Hello everyone, this is Zachary with Metal America. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 things that I would tell my family members to make sure that they have an understanding of before they buy a metal building. Okay, so 5 questions that you can ask yourself to make sure that you are properly informed with what you are spending tens of thousands of dollars on. Okay. First thing I would know is what's actually in this quote. So metal building companies have a lot of different ways that they will quote you the same product, right? Some companies just drop off the steel, they don't do any construction. Some companies will do a base price and then add all the accessories after the deposit. We do a full quote right from the jump so you know exactly what you're paying, and we also cover the installation as well within that quote. Cool. Second thing that you're going to want to know is what materials are being used and what materials are needed, right? So if you go to, Texas, or if you have a building that you need it done in South Dakota, there's going to be completely different wind requirements and snow requirements for the building. And so the materials may need to change based on where you're at. So very standard garages, shops are going to use 14 gauge frame and then 29 gauge roofing and siding. An upgraded version of that is 12 gauge frame and 26 gauge siding. So the lower the gauge metal, the thicker and stronger the steel is. Something also to know with Metal America is that all of our metal gets a 10-year warranty except the 12 gauge framing. So if you do upgrade the frame, then you actually get to upgrade your warranty from 10 years to 20 years for getting that 12 gauge frame, right? So if the idea is that you want to be as cost effective as possible, you're just building a small garage, then typically that 14 gauge to 29 gauge material is going to be exactly what you need, and there wouldn't be enough reason to upgrade to that thicker steel versus if you were building, say it's like gonna be a large shop with a man cave, somewhere that you want to hang out and be comfortable in, then you're probably going to want to consider having some of those steel upgrades to be more wind resistant, to be a little bit quieter from the inside, whoop-de-doo hoopla, right? Question number 3 is who actually builds and installs these. So a lot of companies are brokers. They're brokers or dealers. They're not builders, right? And so what they do is they sell you the metal building, they send it off to a manufacturer, and the manufacturer then sends it off to a construction crew, and then they build it, right? And then when there's issues, what happens is the guy calls the salesman says it's the manufacturer's problem, the manufacturer says it's the installer's problem, and then there's this kind of triangle finger gun pointing thing, right? With Metal America, what we do is we design the building, right? So we take this design, say this is what you wanted, you love it, we send this to our construction team. Our construction team will manufacture this building and then deliver and install the building for you as well. So we take care of everything. Our customer service team is going to be exactly who you talk to every single time, or your salesman, whoever it is. Okay. So it's very streamlined, very quick, very easy, right? Question number 4. What is the timeline? When are we going to get this done? How long is this going to take, right? What a lot of companies are going to tell you is they're going to tell you 6 to 10 weeks. And the problem with that is because they send it to, because company A sends it to company B, and company B sends it to company C, and then company C comes and delivers and installs the building. 10 weeks turns into, 6 to 10 weeks turns into 12 to 18 in a heartbeat, right? I have gotten multiple customers who have put a deposit down on a building and then didn't hear from anyone for 6 weeks. We like to tell people 6 to 10 weeks with the idea that we are under promising and over delivering. A lot of the times we're going to get it done in 4. It just completely depends. So 4 to 10 weeks is going to be very average for our builds, right? Question number 5. What happens after I sign? So I don't have enough information to tell you what happens when you sign with another company, other than they don't follow up with you. What I can tell you what happens after you sign with me, right? So you and I will go through the entire contract. I go through it line by line for you and make sure that you understand everything. Make sure you understand how the engineer stamp drawings are going to come to you, and what you can expect with your metal building and its timeline. Within 2 hours of you signing the papers on the contract, our customer service team and construction team will call you, and then they will work to put you on a schedule. So if you're like, hey, I need this done ASAP, what's the soonest available time? Boom, customer service team has you on the schedule, you're ready to go. That's not always the case. A lot of people will tell me, hey, we actually need to tear down this shed in our backyard and we need to get rid of this tree stump. Okay, totally fine. We understand, right? So we will work with you on the schedule. We will follow up with you once every couple of days just to see, hey, when do you want to get this on the schedule? When do you want to have this done, right? But the advantage to you to do it like that is that steel prices are very volatile. And so you can sign your contract, lock in your price, and then get X, Y, and D done first before you get the building scheduled, right? Versus if we wait 6 to 8 weeks, then there's just a very likely chance that the steel in your garage is just going to be more expensive, right? So we could just lock it in right away. Cool. I guess these 6 questions, so I started with 5 and now I'm adding 6, is how am I going to pay for this, right? Couple of different options that we have for you. They're great options. One, cash buyer, right? If you're just buying a garage cash, then what we require is typically a 20 to 22% deposit up front, and then the rest of it is done after completion. For concrete, it's a 50% deposit, okay? The second option that we have is we have this wonderful finance partner. It's called Upgrade, and what Upgrade will actually let you do is they will finance the entire project for no money down, and you don't have to make a payment on it until 30 days after the project is complete. Upgrade is simple interest. So the more you pay, the more you save, and you can pay it off early with no penalty. Cool. Our third option doesn't cover concrete, but it does help some situations, especially if they're smaller builds. We have a rent-to-own program in which you can anyone can get approved. It's got to be under $30,000, and the only thing that is that you just can't finance the concrete through that. Cool. Those are the 6 questions I would ask myself, or I would ask if I was buying a metal building. So to recap, 1, what's actually in this quote? Is installation included? Are you guys going to build it? Are there any accessories that I need to look out for, before I sign my contract? 2, what materials are needed and what materials are you guys going to use? Is it going to be 12 gauge, 14 gauge, 26 gauge, or 29 gauge steel? What am I getting? 3, who actually builds this? Are you sending this off to company 2 and company 3, or are you guys, from A to Z type process type company, right? 4, what's your lead time? Everyone's going to tell you, 6 to 10 weeks. They're going to deliver it in 12 to 16 because they are a company A to B to C. We're going to get it done in 4 to 10 weeks because we control the install, the manufacturing, and the sales of it. Question number 5, what happens after you sign? Within 2 hours of you signing with me, our customer service team will call you. They'll put you on a schedule, or they will at least try to figure out when you plan on being on the schedule. Question number 6, how am I going to pay for this? Am I going to do rent to own? Am I going to pay cash? Am I going to use Upgrade financing for no money down? Again, Upgrade, no money down. 30 days after the project is complete, you make your first payment. You don't need to pay us a dime until you have seen this garage in your backyard for a month. That is unheard of type of financing. People do not do that. It's simple interest. The more money you pay, the more money you save. You can pay it off early with no penalty, interest free. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate you guys taking the time. If you made it this far, please comment. If you have any other questions that you would want to know about buying a metal building, please put it in the comments. We will answer it from there. Like this video, subscribe. Thank you very much. It's Zach with Metal America. Peace.